Good morning, and if you think I'm looking rough this morning, you are correct. Because I have been racing around trying to get situated and get some things set out that I want to show you. And my husband has just gone riding, so I've had to put it in a faster gear to get going. But anyway, today is Monday, May the 12th of 2025, and I can't believe this time is zipping on. But this morning in my old Kentucky home, it has been raining a little bit, and who cares? We're just going to go on about our rat killing and get some things done here. I was hoping just to pause this and show you some things I'm setting out here on the porch. And I didn't let Max out because I saw the horses just right out here in the field, and I didn't want him to get off the porch. So I'm going to show you my garden. You know, we've always had a garden down through the years, and canned tomatoes, and, you know, sometimes we'd canned beans, which neither one of us liked, but that was just the thing to do. So, you know, we've not had a garden for the last 2 or 3 years, but I've got a garden this year and I want to show it to you. So just hang on here a second and let me see if I can get it situated. Okay, I don't know if you can take this all in at once, so sit down and relax. And here is my garden. If you will notice, to the left, I have 4 red onions. And I had told you a while back that I was at the fruit market and I picked out 4 little red onion bulbs, which are sets, I think we call them. We used to set out like a whole row of these, but now, and hey, we probably won't even eat them, but I just thought it would be fun. So there they are. And then if you can see my 3 tomatoes for the weeds, I'm not sure if you can or not, but I've got 3 tomato plants set out there. And of course, my husband, he can't ever brag on anything I do. The other day, he said, "Aren't those set too close?" And I said, "No, it doesn't matter if they are set too close. That's the way they're set." So there they are. 4 onions, 3 tomato plants. Now let me go down. I mean, this looks bad down here because there's a lot of weeds. But here in this little flower pot are a lot of little tomatoes coming up. Also a pretty good stand of grass. And those are yellow or red, I don't know which ones, but they are everywhere down through here in this flower bed. There'll be a zillion of those little tomato tomatoes. Now I want to show you my strawberry plants. I've not got any strawberries off of them yet. But there they are down through there. Now that's just back here behind my house in a flower bed. And, you know, I put that fertilizer on them a few weeks ago. I showed you when I did that. And it just made them tall and spindly, I'm thinking. But I do see a strawberry or two. Do you see that? Plus a few little weeds. Now let me show you my hydrangea down here. There's a little strawberry laying out there all by itself. I do hope I have enough to make a few little jars of frozen strawberry jam. Now here's that hydrangea, and you know the other day when I showed it to you, it was just all like dead sticks sticking up through there, and it's just bloomed and coming out beautifully, and it will get huge. Let me back up here a little bit and let you see it. It will get huge and bloom, and I'll show you some pictures of it. Now here's why I'm not going to let Max out, because if you see right down there in the field, the horses, and if he sees them, he'll think he's got to go down there and take care of them. It's really nice out this morning, a nice temperature. If you can see up there by that, there's a pole that we have a light, and then the line that comes down through there, that yellow line, and those, it's a rose bush, which I need to get up there and work on, but you know me. But that's that rose bush that my mom set out many years ago, and she said, one of these days you'll look at that and you'll think of me when you see that rose bush bloomed out. It's always around Mother's Day, and I do. I think of her every time I see it. Okay, now we're going to go back in the house, so hang on. Okay, here we go again. I'm telling you, you would not believe this setup. I have got my iPad sitting on 2, 4, 6, 7 books, and then I've got it propped up in the back because I want to show you some stuff this morning. And I have to do this, so just, you know, I am a professional. Okay, first of all, yesterday was Mother's Day, and I had a nice Mother's Day, and at church, they gave all the mothers one of these. I think it's a geranium, isn't it? Hey, here's a little tag. Let me see what it says. Oh, it's a begonia. Well, who knew that? You can tell I'm an expert with the flowers. Yes, it is a begonia. I don't know about that, but I'm going to set that out. Hopefully before it dies. Then, my girl for Mother's Day, you know, I have this thing for milk that I get all in a fluff if I get low on milk because we don't live that close to a store. So for Mother's Day, she came in yesterday with this little flower, which is petunias, right? And I don't know what that is, but it was so cute. And a gallon of milk. So that girl knows what her mama wants. And I was just tickled to death. Oh, and then she got this little bar of soap and this little body cream. It's made in Kentucky. So that was real nice of her. And these glasses are really showing a reflection this morning. I mean, I look so pale, but I'm telling you what, I cannot get rid of this junk. I have coughed my head off this weekend. Night before last, I coughed when I went to bed for I don't know how long, and I always put like salt at the back of my throat, and that really helps. And another thing that really helps is to put Vicks salve on the bottom of your feet. And I'm always telling people, if you're coughing at night, put Vicks salve all over the bottom of your feet. And then I don't do it myself. I don't even take my own advice. But last night, I thought, I cannot spend another night like I did last night. So, buddy, I swabbed my feet up with that Vicks salve. And I promise, it helped. I slept so good. But I think I'm going to go get some Mucinex. I'm taking Zyrtec at night, but it just don't seem like it does much. So, if you're coughing, Dr. Debbie's advice is to put Vicks salve on the bottom of your feet. And they say there's a lot of different things you can do to, my goodness gracious. There's a lot of little home remedies you can do. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is that I've told you, and Cynthia on Senior Insights was talking the other day about, I think it was her, putting things in jars and put them in the refrigerator and they keep so much. Was that Cynthia? Who knows? Well, you know what I'm talking about. But you know, I've told you I always keep, like if I get a gallon of milk, I'll put it in quart jars and store it in the refrigerator. Well, the other day, you know, I had seen that kiwi is good for constipation. Since we're talking about seniors, I don't know if anybody else has that problem or not. I think a lot of mine is being tensed up. And it was talking about kiwi. So I bought like a little pack that had like maybe 8 kiwi in it. And I thought, okay, now I can't let this sit here and just eat one a day because they'll rot. So I cut them up and put them in this little jar. And I don't usually like real cold fruit, but this is really good. I mean, of a morning I get this out whenever I'm eating my breakfast, and I'll eat about 4 or 5 slices, which would be like 1 kiwi. So if you want to try that, they're good. I think they're good. You know, I have no taste or smell since I've had COVID a year, so I guess it's been a year since I've not had any taste or smell. But I think they're good. They feel good in my mouth. Let me put it like that. But that is a very good way, like to keep strawberries or any kind of fruit. Wash them, and well, if you're not gonna eat the strawberries right out of the jar, you don't even have to wash them. Just put them in there and store them. Now, since I am such a role model of health, I wanted to show you the pills that I take every day. You would think I would be in tip-top shape. I am in good shape for someone my age. I have no pains in my body, and I'm saying that as humble as I can. I'm so thankful. But for years, I've taken these CoQ10s. They're supposed to be good for your heart. I take one of those a day. I get them off Amazon. You can get them at Walgreens or probably Kroger, anywhere. And then I'm taking a vitamin E. That's the 2 pills I take of a morning. I've taken these off and on because I don't like to swallow pills. I'm a gummy girl. I like to take gummies. So let me show you these. I have been taking these for several years, and they're apple cider vinegar Goli gummies, and I take 2 a day. And they're just real smooth. I started to say they don't taste bad, but I don't know how they taste because I don't taste. But 2 of them. Gummies again. 2 of these. 2 of these elderberry gummies. 2 of them. I get these off Amazon, or you can get them. We have a Walgreens. And then, lastly, I take 2 gummy magnesiums. Now, I'm thinking if I could taste, I don't know that these would be that good, but that's what I take. And so if you want to try any of those, you can. I'm telling you, I am so thankful. I have no pains in my body. Now, this mess I've got right now in my head, I don't normally have this. Other than that, I'm so thankful that I seem pretty healthy. Now, something else. Let's see. I was going to tell you, I hate to cook. I mean, I'm getting to where every day I just hate it more and more. So, as soon as I eat breakfast, well, like my husband will eat maybe a piece of toast with some of that frozen strawberry jam, or he might eat 2 eggs and a piece of toast with butter, or he might eat, sometimes I'll buy these big blueberry muffins at Priceless, and they're delicious. Well, yesterday morning, I said, what do you want for breakfast? It's always, well, he didn't know, and he said, well, he had seen those. I had bought 4 muffins at Kroger the other day, and they were the lemon poppy, and I love them. Well, I mean, I think they're good. I remember how they used to taste, and when I put a bite in my mouth, I can feel that lemon just a little bit. He said, well, I'll take one of those muffins. I said, now, they're lemon poppy. Do you think you like that? And he said, yeah, he'd eat it. Well, he doesn't like anything. Well, he didn't like it. And I said, well, you want me to fix you something else? He said, no, he was going to eat it. So he forced it down. So then after breakfast, then I've got to think, oh, my goodness, what are we going to have for lunch? Because I like to have at least 1 good meal for him a day. For me, I could eat crackers or Doritos or anything. So I stopped after church. I stopped at Casey's, which used to be Minute Mart. And they sell like a slice of pizza, or sometimes they'll have hamburgers, like in this warmer. Yesterday they had these little sliders that had brisket. I thought, well, that sounds kind of good. You know, I can't taste it anyway, so I may get one of those for lunch because I can't think of anything. And then this junk I've got in my head, it just makes you, nothing sounds good. So they had 3 in a pack, and so I thought, I'm going to get those 3. And I come home, and I asked my husband, I said, would you eat one of these? And he said, no. And I took one over there in a napkin and showed it to him. I said, go ahead and get you a bite of it. Well, he didn't think he'd like that, but he took a bite. He liked it. My girl said, Dad, don't say too much, because if you say you like it, Mom will burn you out on it. Because, I mean, if you say you like pinto beans, I'll have them every day until I just burn you out on something. Do you ever do that? He ate it. So that was the meal for the day. He ate that, and then his favorite dessert is those little snowballs, you know, with the pink icing and the chocolate with the little white filling in it. That's his favorite sweet. And he does eat those just about every day. So we got through with the meal for yesterday, so now today I've got, what am I gonna fix? This morning he's gone riding, so he drinks, when he goes riding, he drinks a protein drink. And it's got 30 grams of protein, so that will be really, really good for him. And you know, I've got to get moving because this video is going to be too long. And you're all going to get bored and click off. I have got, this is the big surprise for the day. Guess what I got in the mail? Remember that shirt I ordered about 6 weeks ago that went to Hungary and who knows where? I got it in the mail. And I have not opened it because I wanted to wait and open it in front of you, and let's see if I have been suckered again. So I'm going to get the scissors here and open it up, and we're all going to take a look to see what it looks like. Really, this is not in a crammed up package like some of the things I've gotten before. Oh, it says thank you. Now this was supposed to have been made in the United States. I still don't believe it was. Well, I can't, this camera, I think that's about the best I can do. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, here it is. Well, I can already tell you I don't like the feel of it. And there it is. That material does not feel very good. But I don't think it's as bad as some things I've done. I've ordered, you know, like you remember the quilt I ordered that had the sheep that were supposed to be like so cute and they weren't. All right. Well, I thought that would, I'm kind of disappointed it looks as good as it does because I don't know if you all believe me now that I ordered and had all that mess. All right. I'm going to read you a funny story. And I've got the lights off, and I don't know if I can. There was an elderly couple who in their old age noticed that they were getting a lot more forgetful. So they decided to go to the doctor. The doctor told them they should start writing things down so they don't forget. They went home, and the old lady told her husband to get her a bowl of ice cream. You might want to write it down, she said. The husband said, no, I can remember that you want a bowl of ice cream. She then told her husband she wanted a bowl of ice cream with whipped cream. Write it down, she told him. And again he said, no, I can remember you want a bowl of ice cream with whipped cream. Then the old lady said she wants a bowl of ice cream with whipped cream and a cherry on top. Write it down, she told her husband. And again he said, no, I got it. You want a bowl of ice cream with whipped cream and a cherry on top. So he goes to get the ice cream and spends an unusually long time in the kitchen, over 30 minutes. He comes out to his wife and hands her a plate of eggs and bacon. The old wife stares at the plate for a moment, then looks at her husband and asks, "Where's the toast?" I hope that gives you a little laugh for today. You know, we were talking about on so many of these videos, we're trying to cheer each other up and encourage each other. I think I do that for myself, even as much as I'm doing it for you. And if you'll notice that some of us older women that are doing these YouTube channels, we're trying to encourage and be uplifting when sometimes we need it ourselves. So today I'm going to say, let's be happy. Let's enjoy this beautiful day. Even if it is raining, that's okay. It is 65 degrees, and I've got the back door open because I like to let a little air in. When I can, before long, it's going to be so hot, I won't be able to do that. So, hey, I hope you have a great day, and that this will give you a little laugh, and that you will just be so proud of me with my garden and showing you my vitamins and how healthy I am. And I'm going to have a good day. And I hope you will. And I will talk to you soon. Okay? Bye-bye.